Happy New Year, Frog Nation! Welcome back to another edition of Frog Flash, our first of the spring semester. Students are back, winter and spring sports are in full swing. I'm Mallory James Mahoney, and this is the week of January 13th. Lots went on over the break, and we start with our football team being crowned New Mexico Bowl champs, finishing the season with 9 wins and with 20 new players enrolled this semester. The Frogs have the #1 recruiting class in the Big 12 and top 20 in the nation, highlighted by the return of safety Bud Clark and, of course, quarterback Josh Hoover, who finished the year making history, breaking the record for passing yards in a single season. All eyes will be on the Frogs this spring as they prepare to open the season next year on August 30th at North Carolina against former New England Patriots coach Bill Belichick. But before that, we have several pro Frogs in the NFL playoffs and several more that have declared for the NFL draft. Stay tuned for more information about the NFL Combine as well as the Big 12 Pro Day. Now to basketball news, starting with the women, who at 5-0 have the best start in Big 12 play in program history. They are back in the AP Top 10 and number 8 in the net ranking, along with scoring 80 points in 10 of their 18 games. Saturday night, they took down the Red Raiders in Lubbock 69-43 and return home to the Schollmaier tomorrow night at 6:30 p.m. and calling all Frogs as they attempt to break the student attendance record for women's basketball. You're back on campus, the weather is beautiful, so get there early as the first 300 students receive Frogs by 90 shirts, along with a chance to win 2 courtside seats next to football stars Josh Hoover and Chase Curtis. Go on the Barstool TCU social media for more info on how to register for that. 550 is the current student record, so we expect to crush that on Tuesday night. Our Frogs Today pregame show will air an hour before the game, as well as on our socials at Frogs Today, so log on and get the scoop on this historic team. The men are killing it as well, with a dramatic home win on Saturday against BYU with a 21-point performance by Noah Reynolds, who averages 20-plus points a game in the Big 12, and freshmen Micah Robinson and David Punch playing like they've been in college basketball for years. Robinson scored 10 points against the Cougars and knocked down 2 crucial free throws to seal the game in the last few seconds. The Frogs have defended Fort Dixon well this year. They have been flawless, to say the least, at 9-0 in the Schollmaier so far this season, at 9-6 overall, and 2-2 in the league. The Frogs return to the Scholl on Wednesday night, hosting Utah at 7 p.m. The defending NCAA national champs men's tennis team opened their season with a 7-0 sweep of Abilene Christian on Saturday at home, with 3 players and 1 coach getting their first Horned Frog wins on Saturday afternoon. Freshmen Roger Pascual and Albert Pedrico from Spain win in straight sets, along with sophomore Philippe Appletower from the Czech Republic. Assistant coach Scott Perlman also gets his first TCU win, former Florida head coach who guided the Gators to a national championship in 2021. The men take on top 5 Stanford this Friday in Dallas at SMU at 6 p.m. And across the pond at the Australian Open, TCU alum Jake Fernley defeated Nick Kyrgios in the first round with a total of 17 aces, advancing to round 2 of the Grand Slam. He will take on Arthur Cazot from France next. Fernley has gone from being ranked 1,893 in the world just over a year ago to 81st in the ATP Tour rankings currently. Good luck, Jake. Beach volleyball took to the beach, not in Fort Worth, but in Hermosa Beach in California for 4 days during their annual training camp in preparation for their season, which kicks off in Hawaii in February. In soccer news, as Eric Bell and his staff continue to develop players to play at the highest level beyond college, TCU alum Ryan Williams of the North Carolina Courage of the NWSL was called up to the U.S. Soccer Women's National Team camp this month. Williams was a midfielder turned defender for the Horned Frogs from 2014 to 2017 and started 79 games of the 80 games she played in Fort Worth. In 2016, her junior year, she helped the Frogs qualify for the NCAA tournament for the first time in program history. Lastly, we want to welcome our new AD, Mike Buddy, to the Fort, who was officially welcomed a week ago. Buddy is the 9th athletic director for TCU. He was the AD for West Point for over 5 years. As a Division I baseball pitcher at Wake Forest, he went on to play professionally for the Brewers and Yankees, and while in New York, he was a member of the Yankees' 1998 World Series championship team. We look forward to having AD on our show real soon. Catch our men's and women's basketball pregame shows Tuesday and Wednesday, as well as State of the Frogs with Jamie Dixon and Mark Campbell at the end of the week, along with our Frogs Today show hosted by TCU baseball newcomers Preston Gamster and Luca Shin Friday morning at 10 a.m. Follow us on all of our socials at Frogs Today and visit our website, frogstoday.com. It's great to be back. I'm Mallory James Mahoney, and this has been Frog Flash for the week of January 13th. And go Frogs!